I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knockin'. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang. Gucci gang, think I'm Gucci Mane. I'm just playing in the cut, I got my Vans on. I'm not selfish, I get on to put my mans on.
I still look at this odometer and think, this is crazy. 11 miles. It's not official until you pay your phone. I got that from Street Speed 717 on his videos. So when it's your car, you pay your phone, it's officially yours. So guys, I woke up this morning. I couldn't sleep last night. I really just wanted to go out and drive. I didn't have anywhere to go, and I don't have the temporary tags yet. They're being mailed separately. But also, I'm almost like, buying a brand new car. I just can't believe it. I think it's hard to understand, especially if you look at other cars I've had. But the new car smells mine. And my wife, she's bought 2 new cars before, and I've always thought new cars are just a waste of money. Because someone like me who wants to experience all different cars all different times, it makes financial sense to buy one that's depreciated. That way I can trade in later for something else once I want to explore something else. But the price that these used cars were going for, these Type Rs, and the new ones, I had to really search for the right car. And what I felt was a fair price, even with the markup. I know some people were snatching from MSRP, but those were very, very hard to find. Some dealers, I think, were willing to do it, but however, they weren't willing to do it out of state. They said, hey, I've had a couple dealers and it wasn't my desired color. They've told me that, hey, they would do it for this price, but it's first come, first served. I'm not buying a plane ticket to take the chance and waste money trying to chase these deals. If they would really accept my word that I would do it, then fine. But if they want me to get into competition for anybody else, I'm not willing to do that. I'd rather just pay a little bit more, secure my car, get extra, get the color I want it. This is going to be my commuter daily driver car, and I'm thinking like, wow, it's so new. I don't want to drive it. I'm going to put miles on it. But you know what? I bought it to drive. There's going to be more cars later down the road. I can't protect it. I can't protect the M3. I've been trying to drive that car more often too. You really just can't. These are machines. It doesn't really do anything good to let them sit. All right, here we go. First drive in the Type R. You guys gonna be here with me. Odometer still says 11 miles. I'm excited for this. Let's get some AC going. Electronic parking brakes. Okay. This clutch is going to take some getting used to. Let's go this way. this shifter feels nice. I like how it just pops in place. Now, Honda makes a really good shifter, I tell you that. Steering feels tight already. Oh, this thing, it really slides into gear. "12 miles, but the first mile on it already." Now, these tires seem a little noisy, or I just hear a lot going on with the tires. It's my first impressions. These are the Bridgestone Sport Contact 6, I believe. Man, this shifter feels great. It really just... the rides over the bump is bumpy, but one thing I like about this Type R is it starts off default in sport mode, so I never have to switch it over into a different mode other than sport mode. Now I have two different modes. I got comfort, and then I have a more aggressive, I don't know what that camera was doing, spin his tires back there, but I also have a plus R mode, which is supposed to be like your most racy mode out there. This thing, I mean, the way it shifts. I mean, I really haven't. They said that this kind of mirrors after the S2000 shifter, and it's got some counterweight that helps, and I can feel it because the only Type R I've driven before this one was a 2018 Type R, and it didn't slide into gear. It just didn't feel as like this one is. Now, it's rev matching. That's nice. Never had a car rev match this before. Let's see what else I got in here. Brake hold. Brake hold off. Let me see. Now, I can tell the sound is artificial, which I knew that coming in. I just never drove one that had the artificial sound, but there is. These seats feel great. When you're driving, the way that it hugs you, the way that it holds you in place is amazing. So, I'm gonna give this car time to break in, but once at the break-in miles, we're gonna push it. We're gonna see what this thing can do for 0 to 60, the break-in point, and then we'll check again after a few thousand miles to see if it's gotten any faster or if I'm driving any better. But this is the steering feels great. Let's see, rev match. Yeah. Try different modes. Let's comfort and see if it works better. Steering is a little more, it's lighter. I think I could tolerate it on, I'm not saying the sport was bad. I do like the sport, but I can see why someone probably would drive in comfort mode. Now I have to look and see if there's a way to custom, but I don't see an individual mode. I don't see if there's a way to customize your mode. So I think you're at risk. I think you just have to choose either between all their modes. Let me try Plus R. Plus R feels really tight. So Plus R, I think it feels almost tighter than the M3.
as far as steering wise. It could be, actually, you know what? It's on the same level. The M3 felt like this too. Let me see how it is over these bumps. I got some broken pavement coming up. Okay, yeah. I think Plus R. It's kind of like Sport Plus in the M cars. It may actually be a little more compliant. I'm not sure yet, but I wouldn't mind driving this Plus R. But Sport, I can see it being like the perfect blend, and I am happy to say that I'm like that. The fact that it sticks that way. Okay. So what are some things I don't like about this car? Just up front. Let's see. I really don't know anything right now. Probably one thing that I don't like, and I'm not saying I'm all about the whole safety thing, but my 2014 SI had the camera on the mirror. I didn't use it very much. It was helpful occasional. I wouldn't say it's a replacement for a blind spot monitor, but it was nice to show the image on the screen if you needed to change lanes, which I'm surprised they didn't put this on. There is no blind spot monitor on here. Now, luckily for me, I didn't grow up with the car with blind spot monitor. This is blind spot monitor is sort of a newer thing for me to have on the cars. So it really isn't a deal breaker. It really isn't something that, like, crap, this car doesn't have it. Oh, I love the red matching. It throws me off because I'm used to red matching myself. And I don't know. I like red matching myself, so someone else doing it for me is different. The way these things shift is nice. It shifts so smooth. Just the way it clicks is very direct engagement. I almost want to wear gloves with this car because I don't want to get the Alcantara all matted up. That's another thing, this Alcantara wheel. I don't want to, especially driving it every day. The overall view of the road is really nice. Let's see. Let's pause this. I feel my hands, I don't like it. I don't like this, how my hands, my palms are, I just feel like they're starting to sweat. I don't want it to, I just want to take care of this for years to come. Not sure how long I'm gonna have the Type R, but always, especially being brand new, I just want to make sure I take care of it and try to keep it as new as I can. Oh yeah, I stepped to the throttle a little bit. I had to. Not a lot. That was a little rough bump there, but there is some low end power with this thing. Now the dealership I bought this car from, North City Honda. Those are probably wondering. I did pay a markup, but the markup, well, I felt was fair in our current conditions. Now I've heard some people saying they're getting deals, so they're still finding MSRP, but when they show the car, I'm seeing other things added onto the car. You know, like the window treatment, like, you know, the little edge scars, everything you put your windows on, where you can, I guess it's something where you can roll your windows down halfway in the rain, which I never do that anyway, so why would I want that? And I see storage guards. So things like that, I feel like isn't worth it. And usually if they lower the car to MSRP, I think it's rare to find a dealer like that. But if you do get one like that, they're most likely going to try to make it up in their ways. I just find it highly unlikely that someone is still getting them MSRP these days, because I've called so many different dealers. Other dealers have said that they have. I asked them. I said, "Well, if you just sold it, what did you might be asking? Do you guys mark them up?" And they said, "Well, some dealers said, yeah, we mark about $4,000, $5,000, and up." Hear a little turbo spool. This car's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna enjoy driving this to work and back, and occasional videos, doing things like that. First thing I'm gonna do is, when I get installed, is do the dash camera. I don't like the fact that the rearview mirror does not dim. I want a dimming rearview mirror. I don't like this flip flop thing where you gotta flip. And like I said, I'm probably spoiled because my BMWs have the auto-dimming rearview mirror. My Audi had auto-dimming rearview mirror. My Lexus had it. My Mercedes had it. My Infiniti had it. My Acura had it. Going back to 2003, 2004. So I'm just used to having it. For the past, couple of decades, I've been having auto-dimming rearview mirror. So I'm surprised that the Type R doesn't get it. You can't tell me that weight savings, because the thing weighs not even probably a pound, if that. It's probably a few ounces. So I'm going to change this mirror out to probably auto dimming with home link, because there isn't any home link in the car. And then dash camera install is the next thing. Should be fairly simple. Dash camera is fairly simple. And then we'll go from there.